Let's take a look at some of Dramatica's creative options for the structuralist. How do you know if you're a structuralist? Well, if you like to work out every detail of your story to the nth degree, and then only when you've got everything nailed into place, turn all of those concepts into real people, places, and things, you're a structuralist. One of the first places you want to go, then, is the story engine. In the story engine, you can create a dramatic structure faster than anywhere else in the Dramatica software, and at the same time, you'll get an overview of several key story points to see how they're all working together. To create a structure, simply begin with the story point that's most important to you. Suppose that's the story goal. Then, by clicking on the menu, you're presented with a series of options. Choose the option that best describes the kind of goal you have in mind. For example, if you're doing a story about recovering a lost treasure, you might choose obtaining. When you do, Dramatica's story engine has now calculated what impact that will have in the rest of your story. It's moved from 32,768 story forms to begin with down to only 2,048 that will work with a goal of obtaining. You can continue to refine and revise your story form, honing in on just the story structure you want by picking other items. For example, you can choose the main character's critical flaw that keeps undermining them. Every time they might succeed, it's pulled out from under their feet because of their rationalization. And when you choose this, Dramatica's story engine is now starting to make other dramatic choices for you, like the future. The costs paid along the way to trying to achieve the goal have something to do with the future. Dramatica has calculated this by comparing the story goal of obtaining with a character who has a critical flaw of rationalization. Eventually, as you make more choices, you'll get down to a single story form that represents the cross-referencing of all of this dramatic impact that you've created here by choosing story point selections. In this way, you can get down to a story structure quicker than any other method in Dramatica, and it will represent all of the key story points that are most important to you. Another nice feature for the structuralist in the story engine is that you can click on any item that you want to lock in place because you really want to keep this one, and then you can hit the clear button and all other options will be cleared out as far as they can go within the limits of the items that you selected you wanted in your story for sure. In this way, you can try a lot of what-if scenarios, adding one item that's most important and adding a few more, seeing what impact that has, selecting the ones you want to keep, hitting clear, and opening up all the remaining options as far as they can go. You should be able to really zero in on the story form you have in mind using these methods.